Hello and welcome to Loving Me, Myself, and Life with me, Jody Misiak. And welcome to the Summer Micro Boost mini-series that we've been doing all July and August, really doing bite-sized pieces of self-love and really focusing on personal growth. Really one Sunday at a time too. Like it's just been a beautiful, beautiful journey. And I'm so grateful that you've been walking it with me. So we're in August, which means our focus now is really on personal growth and authentic living. So today's episode is going to be a big one because we're talking about something that so often gets overlooked in our hustle and bustle lives. What am I talking about? Rest. Yep, that's right. Rest is not lazy. It isn't indulgent. It's a superpower. It's how we recharge, refocus, and show up as the best version of ourselves. I remember a time where I thought yoga was lazy or that I didn't have time to lay down and practice yoga. That's where the place I'm coming from. And then I had kids and a nap became my best friend. So let's get deeper into this. Grab your iced coffee, fruit-infused water, or your favorite drink, and let's get comfy and dive into why rest is one of the most greatest forms of self-love you can give yourself. So let's talk about why rest is not lazy. Let's start by unpacking a myth that so many of us carry. The idea that rest equals laziness. Can you relate to this at all? Or maybe you don't, and you're one of the lucky ones. But I feel like women, we feel that we need to be doing something or else we're lazy. Have you ever felt guilty for taking a nap, skipping a workout, or saying no to plans because you just needed a breather? I know I have. The napping one, I haven't felt lazy in a nap for a long time, but definitely skipping a workout. You know, maybe I felt crappy and I'm like, oh, I'd rather stay in bed an hour and have a nap. And then I feel guilty later for skipping that workout. You're not alone if you felt guilty or lazy. But here's the truth. Rest isn't lazy. It's essential. Think about it. Our bodies are designed to need rest, to need sleep. Our minds crave quiet time. Our souls thrive when we're not running on empty. Without rest, we're like a phone with 2% battery left, or heck man, 0% left. We're drained and definitely not functioning at our best. Rest is how we recharge. It's the foundation for everything else we do. When you give yourself permission to rest, you're not being lazy. You're being wise. You're saying, I respect myself enough to give my mind, body, and spirit what they need. And guess what? That's a radical act of self-love. When we're running on empty, we can't show up as our best selves. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but Jody, I don't have time to rest. I have so much to do. And trust me, I get it. Life is busy, and the to-do list never seems to end. I get that because mine never does. But here's the kicker. Resting doesn't actually take away from your productivity. It enhances it. And that to-do list is never going to go away anyways. So let's face that for a second. When you rest and recharge, you can come back at it with so much more energy and focus. So let me explain. When we push ourselves to the point of exhaustion, our focus, creativity, and efficiency tank completely. We spend twice as long on tasks and make twice as many mistakes. On the other hand, when we're rested, we're sharper, faster, and more efficient. Think about the last time you woke up after a really good night's sleep. Didn't everything feel easier? Didn't you move through your day with a little bit more energy, a little bit more clarity? Rest fuels us because it gives your mind the space to reset. It clears away the fog and allows you to approach your work and your life with intention and focus. So if you've been burning the candle at both ends, let this be a sign to pause. Rest isn't a distraction from your goals. It's the fuel you need to reach them. Now, I've been a candle burning at both ends, and you can only do it for so long before your body or other things start falling apart. So now that we've established why rest is so important, let's talk about how to actually make it happen. Because let's be honest, rest doesn't always come naturally. Our culture glorifies busyness, and it's easy to feel like we have to be on all the time. But intentional rest is about breaking that cycle. It's about creating space in your week to slow down, breathe, and just be. So here's my challenge for you this week. I want you to schedule at least 1 hour of intentional rest or self-care. Just 1 hour. And when I say rest, I don't mean scrolling through social media or watching TV while half thinking about your to-do list. I mean real rest. The kind that leaves you feeling nurtured, grounded, and refreshed. Here are a few ideas to get you started. Take a long bubble bath with your favorite playlist. Go for a quiet walk in nature without your phone. Or here's a side note about your phone. Because of where I live, I like to have it just in case, because I can walk out in nature a lot. Have your phone, but promise yourself you won't touch it. So if it doesn't feel safe to not walk out of your house with the phone, keep your phone on you, but don't look at it, please. Here's some more. Spend time journaling, meditating, or just sitting in stillness. Or curl up with a good book or a cup of tea. Or even just lay on the couch and close your eyes. And honestly, one of my favorite activities in the summer, which is slightly harder to do now that I live on the coast in BC, is watch the clouds and look at shapes. I love that. But because of where we live, we don't have a lot of clouds. It's always blue skies all the time, which I'm not complaining about. It's beautiful. So what I love to do now that we live here is I lay on my hammock at night and look at the stars. So create a list of things that you can do for you to recharge yourself, to rest and fill up your cup. So whatever it looks like for you, make it intentional. Block off the time in your calendar. Treat it like an appointment and honor it as the gift that it truly is. Because when you rest, you're not just taking care of yourself in the moment. You're setting yourself up to thrive in the days and weeks to come. Because honestly, when we're running on empty all the time, we just keep running on empty and emptier. Like we just get emptier and emptier and we're just burnt out. So the more you focus on rest and recharging, the better you'll show up in your days and weeks ahead. So before we wrap up, like I always do, I want to leave you with a beautiful affirmation for the week. Rest is a gift I give myself to recharge and thrive. Say it with me now. Rest is a gift I give myself to recharge and thrive. You deserve rest. You deserve care. You deserve to step away from the chaos and nurture your energy. Because when you do, you're not just surviving, you're living and thriving. Thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode of Loving Me, Myself, and Life. If you found this message helpful, share it with a friend who might need a little reminder to rest too. And don't forget to check out my website at jodymisiak.com for more resources on self-love and personal growth. And next week is our last episode of this series. I can't believe we're almost to the end of this summer series, where we're going to reflect and celebrate all that we've accomplished these last 2 months. Yay, I'm so excited. So until next Sunday, take care of yourself, rest, and really honor that resting time for yourself. And remember, you are worthy of love. You are so freely giving to others. You deserve that too, so don't forget that. You are worthy, just as you are. Rest up, and I'll see you next week. Take care and have a beautiful, beautiful day. Bye for now.